Hello. You are tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, first take, with more Lamar Jackson detraction. Look. Guys, so usually when you talk about first take, you hear about, Molly Kieran, Stephen A. Smith, Once Upon a Time, Max Kellerman and Shannon Sharp. But now they got a new guy on there. And I don't even know his name. I'm just going to call him Principal Belding. That's what I'm going to call him. Principal Belding. If you don't know who Principal Belding is, that's the guy from Saved by the Bell. That's what that is. Principal Belding. Am I saying that right? I wonder if I'm saying that right. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Principal Belding. Am I right? Yeah. All right. So you got a guy on here that we're going to call Principal Belding. Why? He got a big head, big forehead, real shiny, and his hairline's coming up kind of high, right? And if you cut a younger Principal Belding, you cut his hair like that, that's exactly what it would look like. So we're going to call him Principal Belding for the foreseeable future. So Principal Belding gets up there. Guy, I don't know his, never seen him before. He just starts to, tearing to Lamar Jackson. Oh, the Ravens are just a good team until it gets to the playoffs. They're capable of winning more than one game. Blah, 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 blah. It is what it is. He's the Joel Embiid of the NFL. So I'm going to play the audio and video, what he said. And then we're going to break it down even further. Because I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those slap episodes, all right? So without further ado, let me show you exactly what Principal Belding had to say about Lamar Jackson. Check this out.
Selling? Should the Ravens win the whole thing now?
Let me double check something. It's not February, so it's okay to talk about the Ravens in the Super Bowl because we like to have fun this time of year, right? Like last week I came on the show and Stephen A. and I had a great laugh about the Sixers making a playoff run next year. Those are the types of things we can do this time of year. Have fun. Ravens.
Point out real quick. You see what their idea of fun is? Is poking fun at the Ravens. Just a small tidbit of how they do things. This time of the year, we have nothing else to talk about. We're just going to keep bad-mouthing the Ravens. So I try to tell y'all, get ready for this next week when the NBA Finals is done. It's going to be way worse, but let's keep going.
They're a wonderful regular season
Here's the
team.
Setup. Yep.
All right? Mm-hmm. But that's where it ends. Lamar Jackson might be the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. But that's where it ends. All right? You want to win a Super Bowl, you got to win a minimum of 3, maximum of 4 consecutive games against good teams. This team has never won more than 1 game in a row against teams. You're 10-point favorite against Houston a couple years ago. All right? So Jair Alexander, great. He's missed 34 of his last 68.
Hold on, that's a lie. Oh, okay. You see what I'm talking about? These guys talking about some teams. The Titans team that we lost went to the AFC Championship game. People seem to forget that. Okay. The Texans were one of the best teams in the AFC. So people forget that. The Bills game that we lost, the first one, was just horrible weather. Second one, it was mistakes. The only game that I could look at and say I didn't feel like Lamar looked like Lamar was the Kansas City game. That's about it. Every other game, Lamar looked just like Lamar. It's the teammates around him to me, or weird circumstances like weather. Like that game, if you go look at the passing, both him and Josh were terrible for passing because you could not throw because the wind was so crazy in the stadium. But they don't like that context. But I'll let them continue.
Games? What do I make of that? Am I excited that we get him for 8 games this year? I don't know. So Baltimore, it'll be a fun season, probably win 12 games. There will be a lot of hype and excitement, and then we'll get to the playoffs, and something will inevitably go wrong because that's what Baltimore does.
Jeez.
Okay, so guys, I want to make sure that I say this right. And I cut out part of it because part of it then he goes, I told Stephen A. he's the Joel Embiid of the NFL. I want to make sure that you guys know this right now, right? I want to say this from my chest when I say this. Oh! Lamar Jackson has been under the most criticism out of any quarterback, any player in the NFL. All he has done is prove his detractors wrong every inch of the way. let's rewind this back because they said the Ravens, right? You have a player that comes into the league that they say should not even be able to play the position that he's labeled as, meaning a quarterback, right? First year in, 2018, gets a 4-5 Ravens team, tend up to go 10-6, bring them to the playoffs. They lose in the playoffs. They hold that against him, a rookie. Oh, they figured him out. Yeah, just like Tim Tebow. Now they know his speed. They figured him out, guys. Yeah, that's done. The magic's gone. Very next year, gets an MVP while leading the league in passing touchdowns and 1,200 yards on the ground. Oh, yeah, but he can't play from behind. They surprised everybody. He can't play from behind. Can't win a playoff game. That's after a year and a half. They were already saying he could not win playoff games after a year and a half in the league. Oh, he can't play. He's not good. Look at him. He just shrinks. Very next year, the team that beat him, he beats him. Then loses to Buffalo in an absolute windstorm. Oh, and gets knocked out because of his center. Oh, he couldn't even finish the game. He's injury prone. He can't win. Okay. Next 2 years he gets injured. Now it's his career is over. He can no longer stay injured. That's why he can't play that way. We told y'all this from the beginning. He doesn't even deserve a big contract. Everything should be if it's sent to Layden. I'm showing you the timeline. Comes back the very next year. AFC Championship game. And an MVP. Oh, but he lost to Mahomes. He can't beat Mahomes. He just can't beat Mahomes. And he can't beat the Steelers. This year comes by, beats the Steelers in the playoffs, and beats them before the playoffs. Like, all you guys have done is hate and hate and hate. And when people bring up, why don't y'all say this about these other quarterbacks? You come out and start, they know, oh, well, it's because he's so great. No, you guys have been lying detractors from the beginning. How dare you have anything to say about it? Moving forward, you have been haters from the beginning. So now that he's proven all of you wrong, now that he's went way beyond expectations, now you can just make these weird box expectations for him to be in that he has to get to, and if he doesn't, he's a failure after you guys failed to be correct the entire year of his 7-year tenure as the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. They deserve a slap. They deserve a slap. Mr. Principal Belden, double slap. As a fact, I see that shiny white head. Black hand side double slap. You need all that work. Tired of you guys. Because once again, nobody calls you guys out. That's why when it comes to Lamar, they try to cut off. They don't like people talking about it. But hey, we see how we said, move on. Because they just want to go viral. They don't have nobody that's really going to argue with them come up there. You see how even Shady got mad the last time with Acho? Like, y'all just be coming up here saying anything with some malarkey when it comes to Lamar. It's ridiculous. Because game respects game. The man's a 3-time All-Pro, 2-time MVP in a position that y'all said he shouldn't even be in. You started making excuses that the ball looks like his skin. That's why he can run the RPO so well. Like we forgot that. Said he wasn't smart enough. Saying that they wouldn't understand because of his lingo. Say he was a mama's boy because his mom was his manager. Said he couldn't negotiate his own contract. He's proved you guys wrong. All throughout. And the last thing that you guys have is him winning a Super Bowl. And you guys are hanging on to this because, hey, we need this. Please, Lamar, fail. Please keep failing. How will I feed my kids? Lamar. Don't win that Super Bowl. All we have is bad talking you. Stephen A. wouldn't have got that contract without bad mouthing Lamar. I'll be the first one to say it. He wouldn't have got that money if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. They get paid, especially when it gets to the slow season and they know they need a boost, they use his name. I dare. First things first. FirstTake, the facility. I dare you to go 1 month without talking about Lamar Jackson. And then what I want you to do is then go another month and start to let's compare your numbers. Let's see what they look like and watch how fast they shut up. That's the only reason why y'all talk about it. Why aren't you talking about Jalen Hurts? He's won the Super Bowl. Pat Mahomes got 3. Why are you talking about him? Why aren't you talking about Josh Allen falling short? Why are you not talking about Joe Burrow not making the playoffs? Why are you not talking about Herbert stinking up the joint? He seems to be immune to everything. Trevor Lawrence can't stay on the field. Why aren't you talking about those other quarterbacks that you guys have perpetually said were better than number 8? Huh? You racist?
Oh!
Bro, it's nasty work, bro. It's nasty work, bro. Oh, my gosh. They need his name. They can't function without LDJ. Just like how Marvel can't function without RD. You feel me? J. They can't function. When Lamar wins his title, I want him to stand on the podium and go, I am Lamar Jackson. And snap. I really want, because they're snapping away all their money. That's what he's doing. They're not going to be able to feed their kids. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Because, tell you the truth, once Lamar wins the Super Bowl and once LeBron James retires, most sports topics die. Straight up. They're going to try to jump over to the NBA, the WNBA probably, and jump on the Caitlin Clark thing and try to play both sides against each other. That's the only way they're going to be able to make money. I'm telling y'all. It's crazy work out here. Like, that man can't even, use the bathroom and wipe his butt without hearing somebody say something. It's nasty out here, bro. Every day. Oh, he can't do it. He can't do it. What are them other guys do? We're not talking about those other guys. Oh, my gosh. Nasty work, bro. Nasty work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh!
But what do you guys think? Do you think that the entire media would crumble once Lamar Jackson wins a Super Bowl? And do you think that Principal Belding was out of his mind stating what he was stating? Talking about he's the Joel Embiid of the NFL. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please, all right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching, and now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, that notification bell, leave a comment, guys. You don't love the comments. If you have not already done so already, check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. We touch on all topics of sports, and we have a little bit of nostalgia trivia to end the show from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, guys. So be there, be squared. It's worth it. I'm telling you, support the channel. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment, it's just stuff like that. Bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. The is money sign. The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.